There's a lot of explosive pieces on the top side of both of these comps, though, in the LeBlanc and the Akali, right? And then the Pantheon that can follow up so easily. XP away from 6, but he doesn't have it. So unfortunate for him.
Yeah, Beryl also doesn't have wild growth, though. Both of them.
There's 6.
Yeah, pretty important, as now there's the Grand Starfall. Polu does find the knockup, though, and immediately Lucid is taken down so incredibly low. But First Blood goes over to Showmaker. Finally, Closer is able to lock that one down, just presses R on the Pantheon, but has to use it to get himself out. And now DK with control of the area. Now we've got some ults flying out on the bottom side.
Kills on the junglers, mid laners, the ones who receive them, as Showmaker's in trouble.
Yeah, Closer actually going to be able to find an angle here as he does go into his Shroud, but Lucid's found him! Now Showmaker having to flash away from the Akali, who does have the passive prepped, and there it is! Solo kill for Closer! And Lucid may not actually win this one, as the Shuriken backflip is going to connect.
And Akali here.
Well, he does find him regardless. As 2 seconds, Showmaker is now back up again, as he's just dead. So that is going to be an execution. No kill going over to Beryl this time around.
There wasn't any vision on for like where Lucid was there. Otherwise, obviously, he would have tried to maybe do something different there. He was looking for the execute initially, and he's like, I don't know if they're following me. Tries to channel back, and then eventually just goes for the execute. Make a play here, but doesn't quite have his ultimate back up just yet.
Okay, here comes Showmaker. There's the wild growth engage from Beryl. Pop Blossom going to pick up the Lulu, but Hype is in no position to deal damage. Aiming, locking down the kill, but the Shuriken backflip doesn't connect onto the Zeri. Perfect execution's exactly that, though, from Closer as Morgan's underneath the turret. Showmaker, I don't know whether he's going to be making his way out of this one. He's going to see what he can do as he goes back to the ulti, but there's just too many here. And Lucid, way too late, as Morgan can tank this one up for long enough. Closer actually picks up the aggro. I thought Morgan was definitely dead there, but it's a bloodbath, but one in favor of the Bros. Yeah, this is actually really well played by the Bros. DK, not really worried about dragons at this stage of the game, I guess. And when you've got a Zeri, I mean, she's kind of the win condition. You don't need to worry as much about it, as she's going to walk up a little bit late. One more objective for the Bros. So, like you were talking about, if this Herald is going to get contested, you best hope that, okay, Ingo's aiming, finding an angle here is Hype. One more auto, the flash does get aiming in there. The wild growth to keep him alive. Can he skate his way out? Does he even want to get out? As he gets so much of his health back. And DK find a pivotal fight just before the potential Herald.
That's just such a massive play there from Aiming and Beryl, and they're looking for more!
Oh, in goes Showmaker, just surfs his way through.
For ability to catch her on flanks and to hunt her down, but this is really not the reason. This is just full map control, full topside control of the lane there, and Showmaker finds a stray Palu and takes him out. It's a ton of gold. Inconsequential on the objective, because they were going to get that no matter what, but Showmaker getting that extra bonus.
Question mark. I mean, it was looking a little bit dire.
I mean, I considered it for sure.
저거 잡아볼게.
I'm gonna try to look for it.
Well, he did.
Got it.
전령아 전령.
And then calls to go for Herald.
So that is a whole lot of fun. See who's going to be able to lock it down. So far, Dragons have belonged to the Bros, but this time, DK, I don't think they're just going to give up Soul Point for free.
No, I don't think so. And the mid turret being down also really helps them set up for Prio for any objective on the map. And this is a Sivir who just lost mid turret. That's not what you want to be doing in this combat.
Kali, like there's so much mobility there. And lockdown with the Jarvan.
I think though the problem is if everyone goes in onto Aiming and Showmaker's just waiting, he just also kills Hype 1v1, and then you're like, uh-oh, that's kind of problematic. And then Jax either takes over the fight, and you trade 80 carries so the fight slows down, and she using the side lane, killing your turrets, you know? The game state here is so tough for Bro, and if you could describe those fights, okay, this could be a scenario where...
oh, wait! Yeah, Closer going to be able to find him here. And Aiming is really dead.
Okay, well they
Why was he there? I'm still not...
He's like, I'm Zeri. I'm like, well, there is an Akali over there, though. That's a 4th kill for Closer.
Yep, I think scholars are still asking the
question. That's right before Soul Point, by the way. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm 15 seconds until Aiming is back up again, and they know now that they cannot contest for this. So that is feats of strength and the kill onto the Zeri, a whole lot of tempo and momentum back in the favor of the Bros.
I mean, just suddenly off of a pick like that, and I can hear Chronicler's voice from here. I can hear Cadrill's voice from here. That's not the pick you wanted to be giving over. Now, they are going to turn this into an Otacon take here on the top side. Closer has TP. Morgan has TP. But
they have no vision. They have done no homework.
They just don't have any vision here whatsoever. I think they simply have to give this up.
Well, Shiu is going to teleport in.
Okay, they're going to commit to a late contest, but it's just way too late.
Yeah, no, it's not a contest. They do know. So they can watch.
To a watch. They're going to check it out.
Yeah. So Feats of Strength did go over to the bros.
Through, like, both Shiu and Aiming get a full level lead. Same with Beryl. Bro, not a pedal to their name.
Oh God, it's 33-0.
Not a single one.
How do you not get any?
Yeah, it has to be like you just don't like flowers, I guess.
I mean, the generosity of the bros, man.
They are gonna get this turret in the bottom lane. The gold is still relatively even, albeit slight in gold, and they are down 3 dragons. I think the scaling really favors them because they have so much map control. Like, look at the mini-map and tell me that Bro have an opportunity. Croco's finding one!
Yeah, Croco gets him. The Pop Blossom comes down, but Aiming just tops the wall. He does have to ghost, has to use flash, gets the wild growth. Lucid also has to flash, but that was his fault, I guess, as now he's going to dive on top of Hype. Now he's dead, though. Hype going to be able to lock down that kill.
Okay, use the Zeri to kill the Pantheon. I got it.
Yeah.
Is all your hopes of that World Championship down the drain, that LCK Championship down the drain.
I mean, they can give this dragon, though, right? They have 3 dragons in pocket. There is plenty of time here for the bros.
I just think they don't want to give any more scaling over to this Zeri. They want to get this and get the longevity from it right now.
Now Showmaker does get the spell shield out from Hype. Shiu on a flank angle, though, as Morgan immediately turns onto him. Showmaker going to try and stop the follow-up, but he still gets pulled back on the hunt. Going to come on through here as Showmaker gives Shiu a target, but it's not exactly the greatest. Now Morgan looking for an angle as the dragon has been pulled out. A fight on multiple fronts now, but Hype gets back to the rest of the 3. Showmaker continuing to be annoying, though, and Morgan is put on a leash. Showmaker's taking Morgan for a walk. And okay, now Lucid and Croco battling it out. It's going to be about this fight to see whether the Infernal Soul's coming in. But the Zeri's already starting to pop off. Morgan going to go down. It's a bloodbath. They get the Infernal Soul, but they get nothing else. And Croco going to try and make his way out with his life, but I just don't think it's going to work as Showmaker connects the chains. Down he will go. That's the ace. And now let's see what DK can go. Can they just win the game?
I think so. I think it's just done. They went for the fight. They went for the collapse, but Showmaker said no. And Dplus continue the run, keeping their chances alive here. Bro, no one to respawn. And I suppose here in Game 4, Digon, it's truly Brover.
It is unfortunately Brover for this year, but remember, we will have a plan. That Brotax will still make it. As DK, they will too.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.